Hello everybody, how's it going? I hope everything is fine. Today we're gonna do a different kind of a reading. I would like to ask a question. Why they didn't reach out to you? That's the question. Yes. Why the message that you were expecting from a specific person didn't arrive? What happened and they chose not to do it? It's a good question, isn't it? I know. I know. This is gonna be a general reading. And please take it as it resonates. And if it is not resonating with you, choose something else or maybe watch another thing. I don't know. Like, if you would like to watch all of them, you can watch all of them, but try to pick specifically one to see what is happening, why they didn't reach out, why they just like chose not to talk to you, what happened, and they just like stopped talking to you. I would like to look at that. And let me give you enough of time so you can meditate on my flowers, and I will start with this one. Hello, number one. How are you? Let's see, the person on your mind, why they didn't reach out to you? What happened? What went wrong? Or if anything went wrong, or if they are ever to reach out to you. Okay, I would like to look at what happened and they didn't reach out to you. What happened and they chose not to text you, they chose to disappear, or they chose to ghost. What happened? Okay, for number one. The world, intriguing. Okay, two. Okay, three major arcana already. The Hierophant, the Emperor. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Three major arcana showing that something else have happened, like beyond their control, maybe. It could be like that. In the Judgment, another one. Okay, let me put this one here for a second. Just in case. You have four major arcana. Oh my god. I would like to open more if you don't mind. Okay, this dude. Seven of Swords, the Temperance, and the Ten of Wands. Something was too much for them. That's why they chose to do the easy thing, and that's why they did not reach out to you. Talking to you was kind of a serious thing to do. Talking to you was just not just talking to you. It was like facing themselves, facing their own demons, facing the reality, what kind of things that they were doing, looking to the mirror and choosing the right thing and doing the right thing, but they did not want to do it, and that's why they walked away. Talking to you supposed to bring some kind of like clarity in their own life that they did not want to see, they did not want to have. Maybe talking to you or having, if it is like a relationship situation, what I can say that having a relationship with you means that they have to see the days without you or the days without this relationship and how it was impacting them. They had to see their way of doing things were kind of wrong. So this person, even though it's not showing like fully, but like an ego situation, like they thought that they were doing something in a really great way, and you popped up. Maybe you said something, you did something that was just showing some kind of like, no, actually, it is not really good way to do it, and they are like, how dare you? And all of a sudden, it could be like that. If it is a dating situation, this person realized that you have like a bigger impact in the world. It could be like that too. Like, for argument's sake, you guys are exchanging Instagrams, okay? You are asking their Instagram, normal Instagram page. They are asking your Instagram. Your Instagram has maybe more numbers, more like posts, maybe, I don't know, something a little bit more. It's just an example, guys. It doesn't have to be in that way, but if you guys are studying at the same place, for argument's sake, or maybe you guys are studying the same department, okay, you are studying the same major from different colleges. Your college is bigger and better, and there's not, or they had to do some kind of comparison in their mind, they lost. They lied to you at the beginning about a certain subject. They lied to you about it could be even a marital status. For some people it could be marital status, and that's why they had to run away, because they don't want to face that lie. There is some kind of the dishonesty, and they don't want to face it because they are afraid of judgment. They are afraid of what's going to come next. They are afraid of that being misjudged. Maybe they are just thinking the results are going to be heavy. For argument's sake, this is a married person and they are texting you. They know they shouldn't text you. They are quite aware of that, right? But they're texting you, and if it is just showing up, they have to face it. Maybe they have to have that kind of a talk with their spouse, with you. It is not helping them. It is not soothing them. They chose the easy way and they just ran away. If it is a work-related situation, I would like to read it in this way too. This company that they couldn't reach out to you are just popping up some kind of a presentation, they're amazing, they are so great, they can afford incredible employees, they can do so much better, but they are dying inside. It's just show. It's not reality. It is not they are having a really good kind of situation for them. So you can actually hear later on that they are not doing great. They are losing money. They are losing value. They cannot keep up with the competition. Something is off. For some, it is just they did an oopsie. Okay, they did an oopsie and they don't want to be seen. For argument's sake, you feel if it is a work-related situation, you say that I have all the experiences that I need. I have everything that they're asking for. I didn't ask too much money. Why they are not getting me? Sweetheart, either you already know somebody or you already are too powerful. They cannot afford to, have you, because they would like to keep up this presentation. They would like to keep up this false narrative. If you get involved, things are going to show itself. You are going to talk to certain people maybe, or you are going to see that it is a lie. They would like to keep a lie up. Okay? That's why they didn't reach out to you. But if it is this person lied to you about a certain subject, and oh my God, they cannot face it. They cannot face it. That's it. Okay? That was all. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you in the next ones. Bye. Hello, number 2, who picked this purple flower. Let's see why they did not reach out to you. What happened? What went wrong? And if they walked away, or what is this stuck situation? Or if they are ever to reach out to you, what's gonna happen? Death. Okay. What's going on with the major arcana? Again, this dude. Okay. Everybody is dealing with a liar. Caught. Ooh. I see a lot of bruised ego. I see a lot of lies. I see somebody's being caught. I see egos, man. Egos everywhere. Oh, it's the same and same. Oh my God. At the end of the deck. Okay. What I can say, it's not going to be that different than number 1 actually. Somebody lied. And that's why they don't want to be facing the consequences of what they have done, and that's why they don't want to show up. They don't want to just show to they don't want to send you a message to keep with this lie anymore. For argument's sake, it's just an example. Dating page, okay, dating websites or the apps. You guys are talking. Everything is incredible. They are showing interest. You're showing interest. They look amazing. You look amazing. And then exchange of Instagrams. And then they disappear. What does it say? Either they're using fake pictures, or they are not being that honest, or maybe they are afraid of you. Be like that. Could be like that. Yeah. But mostly what I feel in here is that they already are either they're caught with their lies. That's what I do feel. Like number one was kind of clueless about why it was happening, but number two is kind of having a clue about why it is happening. Like they are caught with the lie. Could be like that. They wanted to present themselves as like a big ish. Okay, they wanted to present themselves as like important person. They failed terribly, and you can see that. You can smell it from like 50 miles away. Like this insecurity, self-absorption, like it's something is off. Something is off. They are quite aware of that. They cannot fool you. They are quite aware of that. They cannot lie to you. They are quite aware of that. Talking to you means their lies are gonna be more caught, and they don't want to face the consequences. That's why they ran away. Could be like that. If it is a work-related situation, what I can say is that they had to change their mind at the last minute. If it was like you and the other candidate, maybe there was no other candidate, somebody popped in. Somebody stole something from you. Somebody literally take it from you. Like it could be for some people like using a reference to like a really strong reference to get your position. Like maybe you even shook hands with a certain people, like with the company. Okay, you're starting on the Monday, and all of a sudden they told you like, no, don't come. Why? What happened? We are talking to a different person, and this person is, you're just like checking on LinkedIn, and this person is not really that great. But why they chose this person? Possibly because they already know somebody, and some kind of like a play have happened. And they are so afraid that you guys are going to use it against them. Like, I don't know why, in two piles, what I felt is that the other person who ran away is so afraid, or the company is kind of afraid of like dealing or, talking. They are afraid of putting some kind of like a message outside because they know they did wrong. If you just like go after it, they know they have to face it. Blocking you, not talking to you, gaslighting you, manipulating you is easier than dealing with the reality. Imagine that. Imagine that. How difficult it could be for them and for you. Like, you are honest, you want honesty, they cannot afford that honesty. They lied, and they are so afraid of being caught with this lie because they know that if they are being caught with this lie, things that they kept to themselves, they has to change. Like some kind of a position, some kind of a power. It could be like they're gonna lose something, some kind of like a respect. People are gonna lose respect. People are going to lose their, interest. They're going to see this person as like a fluke. Now, this person, they just like, they are like, I am not interested. We were not gonna get this person anyway. They're lying to themselves and to the other people maybe. Even though at the beginning maybe they are the ones who started this conversation, even though at the beginning they are the ones who just like reached out to you for this job and stuff, like they disappeared because something went down terribly and they have to face it. They cannot face it. They cannot face it. Do you see this? They cannot face it. And that's why they're just like, nope, bye, I'm out, they said. Let them, because things are going to pop anyway. You're going to see their lies. It's gonna be talked. You're going to see this person. Definitely, if it is a person, you're going to see this person anyway. But when you're powerful, when you already have something else, so things are going to happen in a way that you are already happy, you are having somebody in your life, and all of a sudden you're going to see this person as like a pauper. Something is bad for them, okay? If it is like a work-related situation, then you're gonna have another kind of a job, and they're going to be like losing money, and you're just like thriving in your career. you're gonna see them anyway. So you're gonna be good and they're gonna be bad. Already. It's settled. It's settled. Okay? Don't push yourself. Don't go after them. They're going to ruin themselves anyway. That was all. I hope you enjoyed this one and I hope to see you in the next ones. Bye. Oh boy, I am enjoying this reading so much. You have no idea, number 3. You have no idea. Because I see the bad people are just like getting their karma in the cards. It's so worth it. Let's see why they stopped talking to you, why they stopped texting you, why they changed their mind, why they walked away, what happened, what went wrong, what is the situation. 4 of Swords, 8 of Cups. Oh, this one is a totally different subject. 4 of Wands and the King of Wands. Queen of Swords, Death, and the Chariot. Okay, this is at the end of the deck. There's the Lovers. This one's kind of different than the other two. There's kind of sadness in this one. I felt bad for the person who just like stopped talking to you. They had to do it because, not because like they are afraid of some kind of lie is gonna be caught or something like that. They had to stop talking because they had to prioritize certain things. And when they are prioritizing those kind of things, they felt ashamed because they didn't prioritize you. There's some kind of like a decision and they had to put something down to rest. They just like had to deal with this thing later on and they have to deal with something first. And they had to go from another walk and from another way, and that's why they had to walk away from this something they wanted to have, and possibly it was with you. If it is a love related situation, this person was really interested with you, okay, but they had other kind of priorities to deal with. Maybe something was just like bothering them that they didn't even tell you, that was just like giving them, you know, the sleepless nights. You know, I don't have to read everything as like the, you know, upright position. But what I felt like they had to secure something first, and that's why they had to walk from another direction. But it does not mean that they are not thinking of reaching out. It could be like they would like to reach out to you, but they're also afraid of like your reaction. They are afraid of like what you are going to say about the situation. I also see some kind of a divorce. For some people, there's some kind of a divorce. Queen of Swords can be a divorcee. And, you know, the King of Wands, even though I hate to read it in this way, it could be like a married person. And the Four of Wands is talking about the marriage and walking away from the marriage. And the divorce card is just like talking about some kind of a situation is going in a bad direction. And that's why this communication has to come to an end. If you are dealing with, I really don't like to read it in this way, but if you are dealing with a person and they walked away from you, possibly because of a, you know, a marriage situation, maybe because of a divorce settlement kind of a situation, and they had to walk away. You see some kind of a sadness I see in these cards. Like this person wanted to have something with you, but they felt like they cannot have it right now. And they did not want to speak out about this situation because they did not want to put the burden over your shoulders. It could be like that, you know. They thought that maybe they are, you know, protecting you from a certain negativity. Could be like that, and that's why they just like wanted to walk away from the situation without saying anything, because no matter what they say, it is not going to sound right, and you're going to feel bad, they're going to feel bad, and the certain situations are never going to have a chance. They walked away maybe because they would like to have a chance later on. They are still looking at you, possibly they are still looking at your pictures and your social media and stuff, but they have to see some kind of a change before they have a, you know, moving forward kind of a situation. For some, they're hit by a car and they cannot reach out to you. Could be like that too. I don't like to read it in this way, but there is I'm sorry, but I'm laughing, but it's not like, I know it's not funny, it's not a funny laugh. Like the Death and the Chariot sometimes talks about like a danger when it comes to traffic, and there's also a grave card. I mean, I'm not saying that this person is actually dead, but maybe they literally had some kind of like a problem in their life that put the situations in a perspective, and they cannot just like reach out to you right now because they have to focus on the things that are happening in their life. It could be like that too for some people. If they had any kind of like a health scare and something like that, or maybe a family member is having a health scare, they are focused on that. Maybe that's why they cannot reach out to you. It could be like that too. But what kind of reason that is, they did not want to walk away, but they had to. The Eight of Cups is talking about like walking away, even though still feeling sad and having some kind of attachment, and it could be like that for you too. They are afraid of like what you guys are gonna say after this. You're not going to accept them. You're just going to walk away. It would actually ruin them. For some, it could be like if you guys have some kind of like a serious commitment and something like that, and if you walked away from this thing, they would feel like terrible. It could be like that too. And if it is a work-related situation, what I can say is that they decided to not to call you, even though they wanted to give you a call, and even though they wanted to give you this job thing, they had to walk from another direction because either they changed their idea about getting a person in, or maybe they changed the priorities when it comes to choosing the the abilities and the skills of a specific person. Maybe your skills and your personality is like a great for a job, and you thought that you would definitely gonna get the job, but for argument's sake, you cannot use a specific app or cannot use a specific program, and they need that specific thing at that moment. Okay, and that's why they had to go with the other candidates. Even though they wanted to give you the chance, they did not want to spend time and effort by just like letting you learn it in time. They did not want to wait for it, and they just like moved forward with a person who can already do that. It could be like that. If there's any ghosting story, honestly, it is just like happening without the intention of ghosting you, without the intention of hurting you. It just like happened because this person couldn't do something with you, even though they wanted to have something with you, but they couldn't do it. Now this one is sad. I feel bummed. First two was just like, okay, they were shit shows and they deserved what bad things were coming for them, but this one is like, I'm gonna open two cards for you just in case what's gonna happen with this person or with this situation or whatever. Still hope. Still hope. Something is going on. Still hope. In a better day. Things are changing. Things are escalating in a different way. Give it a time. Because it can turn back. It can return. Honestly. Give it a time, okay? They are still thinking about it. They are still planning on it. They are still looking at you. Okay, that was all. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you in the next ones. Bye!